20, 30 years ago. I remember I got a copy of it and I've lost it, but it's so nice for people to start off and then come back to things. And of course Jim has edited the 2 books and all that, and very nice. And Jim is a major animator of the Chinese-Canadian literary landscape, and you deserve a big hand for that, Jim. Next we have one of my favorite people, and I think you all know her, is Fei Young. We have a little video actually that's going to show Fei talking about things, and then we're going to bring her up here. And the deal that we have is she gets to talk for 10 minutes about anything she wants. So
I got a question to ask.
yeah.
I got questions. On short notes, I've cut this video, and I've got 2 versions. One is the regular version, and then the second version has Fei with all these hats. So my question to you is, which version would you like? Would you like the version with the hats or without the hats? That's why I made 2 versions. Just give me a second to set it up.
So here we come. There's a video of Fei Young, very known as the Hat Lady, but I just kind of know her as a very good chat and chew partner. So here we go, I hope.
Third generation born and raised in Vancouver, Victoria, and partially raised in Chinatown. Oh, we moved from Victoria to Vancouver, Chinatown. My parents were founder of a Chinese school, the Fengji Chinese Public School on 320 East Pender, and we lived behind the school, and my father was Secretary General for the government as well. And we raise funds prominently for the community. We are very active in the Chinese community. My father was the founding of the various Chinese associations like the Liao's Association, the Yinping Associations, and so forth. We helped build and develop Chinatown. I redeveloped Chinatown. I stopped the freeway, and my heart will tell you that he stopped the freeway, but he did not. He came into the picture in 1963 when we have already got the vote. We've seen it, so the explorations of the Chinatown housing, and not shoot the upper freeway across into kind of Chinatown and downtown, Block 61, Georgia and Granville. We say that that would cut off the heart of Vancouver. There'd be no more heart like Los Angeles, whereas in San Francisco we have a heart, so we must preserve Vancouver's heart.
From Victoria to Chinatown and to Vancouver, how old were you, and can you remember what...
Oh my goodness gracious, that's not important. The important part is what happened in Chinatown and in East Asia. Our famous, ageless, and timeless. We don't talk about that. We will talk about...
What was it like? Do you remember? Can you describe it?
Of course what it's like. It's beautiful. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. It's beautiful. All the social activities and the functions and the movement and the older Chinese, the young Chinese, we have dances, we have sports, it's whole community of activities. And the associations were there, like the Tongs and the societies, was to help the Chinese, because there was never 5 cents help from the government. And along the way, Main Street, Carroll Street, to Abbott Street, Hastings, Andover, Powell, the whole section area, which now some call downtown East Side, which was not at that time. So in 1968, my husband and I started consolidating, and we expanded Chinatown, redevelopment Chinatown commercial. Chinatown at that time was only between Carroll and Gore, 2 streets. That's where the association and the shops were. So we went south and east. And we built the first largest building in Chinatown, and opened in 1972 with 2,400 people, cocktail reception. The city closed Bow Street, like they say, is such a historic event. And it was 6-story with first time underground parking because Chinatown parking was impossible. And that's what was served for that, and 2 elevators, which never happened in Vancouver Chinatown history. So in the redevelopment of the Mandarin Center, that expanded the redevelopment of Chinatown, I got the Bank of BC in there. I had the first specialty liquor store in Chinatown, and then they started to build. And all those stores now on Keeper Street, Georgia Street, Union Street. But they expanded to Hastings, where you call downtown East Side. Safeway was the big supermarket in the corner of Gore and Hastings. The post office were across the street. Very, very busy, very good business. I had the first large Chinese supermarket in the Mandarin Center because Safeway closed. Carnegie Hall, which is now the Carnegie Community Center, was the library. When we were attending Strathcona, in Strathcona School, alumni of Strathcona School, we have to go to that library there. And oh, it's scary. I'll never forget it because it's those creaky floors that go up to the top attic to the round dome there, where all the stuffed owls and bears and whatnot. And when we were kids, 8, 9 years old, going up to that was, to this day, I never forget it. But that was the library. And it was nice. Regent Hotel, Broadway Hotel on the same block. The people from all over, including when 1960, my friends from Hawaii stayed at the Regent Hotel. It was nice and clean. Hazelwood Hotel, Patricia Hotel. Patricia Hotel has been remodeled. But Broadway Hotel was run by Sammy Key and a group. The people always come for P&E across throughout BC. And those hotels are nice and clean. The Linwood Men's Wear next to the project that Mark's building, next to the Blue Eagle. The corner store, the Yen family run the business along Columbia Street, the Yen Ping Associations, and the Bank of Nova Scotia on the corner of Hastings and Columbia was very well participated. George D. Wong was a Chinese representative, but because he's Chinese, he can never be a manager. Just like every other land in the city, it's restricted. No Oriental, East Indian, and Jews. That's another story another time. But however, Paris is here, Alec McDonald sitting next to you. Alec, didn't I tell you 2 weeks when we were in office to remove that restriction on the land so we can give it, so we can sell for $1 to the culture center to build it? That's another chapter in my story, another story. But however, it's not long ago. It's only 1974. I'm not talking history. I'm talking, it's alive. That's what I'm talking about. Today and yesterday that is using it, that's the background. And amazes me is that all the young and old, whether they're locally ordered from Far East, they want to know. I don't know how many theses that we have helped PhD students because there's nothing available of what I'm telling you now in documents, in letters, in libraries, and university. That's why I need all the support to get this out, and these will be donated to the university archives and the museum. I am Fabian, third generation born